A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic move, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has embarked on a crucial visit to China aimed at strengthening trade relations between the two nations. This visit comes at a time when geopolitical tensions are high, making it a delicate balancing act for the Australian leader. Albanese's trip, which began this weekend, involves a series of high-level meetings, including discussions with key Chinese officials such as President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang. Upon his arrival in Shanghai, he emphasized the importance of the economic ties between Australia and China, stating that he is leading a very large business delegation to explore new opportunities for collaboration. During this week-long visit, Albanese is scheduled to engage with various sectors, including business, tourism, and sports representatives across major cities like Shanghai and Chengdu. A notable highlight will be a CEO roundtable in Beijing, aimed at fostering dialogue between Australian business leaders and their Chinese counterparts. This marks Albanese's second visit to China since his center-left Labour Party government took office in 2022, a government that was recently re-elected with an increased majority. One of the key achievements of Albanese's administration has been the successful negotiation with Beijing to lift a series of trade barriers that had been imposed by the previous conservative government. These barriers had inflicted significant financial damage on Australian exporters, costing them over 20 billion Australian dollars annually. The previous administration strained relations with China, particularly over calls for an independent inquiry into the origins of COVID-19, led to severed communications and heightened tensions. However, Albanese's approach seeks to not only mend the frayed ties, but also to diversify Australia's economic partnerships beyond China. He has expressed a commitment to enhancing trade relations with other countries in the Asia-Pacific region, including India, Indonesia, and members of the ASEAN group. This strategy reflects a broader goal to reduce Australia's economic reliance on China, even as he acknowledges the importance of the relationship. In a recent statement, Albanese highlighted, "My government has worked very hard to diversify trade and to increase our relationships with other countries in the region." He underscored that while the relationship with China remains vital, it is equally important to strengthen ties with North Asian economies such as South Korea and Japan. The Chinese state-run Xinhua news agency has echoed sentiments of optimism, suggesting that the relationship between China and Australia is steadily improving and gaining fresh momentum. An editorial published by Xinhua emphasized that there are no fundamental conflicts of interest between the two nations and that mutual respect and shared interests can lead to common prosperity. As Albanese navigates this complex diplomatic landscape, he faces the challenge of addressing a full range of issues during his discussions with Chinese leaders. These include economic cooperation as well as more contentious topics related to security and territorial claims in the South China Sea. Albanese has acknowledged the differing political systems and values between Australia and China, stating, "We cooperate where we can, we disagree where we must, and we're able to have those honest conversations about some of the disagreements that are there." This visit comes at a critical juncture for Australia, particularly in light of the shifting dynamics in global trade and the complexities of its alliance with the United States. U.S. President Donald Trump's aggressive tariff policies have left Australia and other traditional allies grappling with their economic strategies. As the Australian government seeks to diversify its trade relationships, the outcome of Albanese's visit could have lasting implications for the future of Australian trade policy and its role in the Asia-Pacific region. In conclusion, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's visit to China represents a pivotal moment for Australia as it seeks to bolster its economic ties while navigating the challenges posed by geopolitical tensions. With a focus on dialogue, cooperation, and diversification, Albanese aims to set the stage for a more resilient and balanced approach to trade in the years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.